Hello students. In trick 10 today, I am going to deal with one of the topics. Researchers say that approximately 80% of the students feel uncomfortable whenever they see a square root sign in their calculations. So I decided to have a look at this topic and come out with some shortcuts so that you can be more comfortable while looking at these types of problems. For dealing with square roots, we need to know some basic concepts first. First thing is the squares of single digit numbers. When you observe these squares, that is the squares of single digit numbers, this is from 1 to 9 and we will write say 0 also. All single digits, 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16, 5 square is 25, 6 square is 36, 7 square is 49, 8 square is 64, 9 square is 81 and 0 is obviously 0, or you can write it at 10 also, that becomes 100. When you observe all these numbers, the square numbers, perfect square numbers, the unit digit is either 0 as in 10 or 1 as in 1 and 9 or 4 as in 2 and 8, 5 as in 5, 6 as in 4 and 6, 9 as in 3 and 7. So you observe that the unit digit in any perfect square is always either 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 or 9. So that gives us one conclusion, that any number which ends with 2, 3, 7, 8 cannot be a perfect square. So it solves half our problems. Like if you have a number 1, 3, 8, 3, the square root of this number is not a natural number. It is not a perfect square number 1, 3, 8, 3. Why? Just because the units digit of this number is 3. If the unit digit is 0, 1, 4, 5, 6, 9, only then a number can be a perfect square. The second concept, 30 square, 40 square, round figures. The square of the round figures can be calculated very easily. You have to just square the single digit and put 2 zeros and so on. In one of the tricks, I told you how to find the square of the numbers which are ending with 5. Like 35, you have to just multiply 3 by its successor, 3 4s are 12, and put a 25 after that. So 35 square is 120, 12, 25. 55, 5 into 6 is 30, just put a 25. 85, 8 into 9 is 72, just put a 25. So if you know these two concepts, then you can carry on further and find out the square root of any perfect square number up to 10,000 very easily. Now let us try and use these two concepts to find the square root of a perfect square number. Let us take one example of say square root of 1, 4, 4, 4. Now the first step is to find out which two base numbers are there between which this quantity lies. Say 30 square is 900 and 40 square is say 1600. The quantity 1444 lies between 900 and 1600. So now we have the tens digit of this number it lies between 30 and 40. So obviously it has to start with 3. For finding the unit digit, you have to just observe the unit digit of this number. As I told you in first preliminary concept, that any number which ends with 4, the square root of that number has to end either with 2 because 2 square is 4, or with 8 because 8 square is 64, so ending with 4. So your answer is either 32 or 38. Now you have to write the square of the intermediate number, that is exactly between 30 and 40, 35. Now use the second concept, 3 into 4, 12 and 25. Now since 1444 lies between these two numbers, your answer is 8, 3, 8, 38. If this quantity lies between 900 and 1225, then your answer is 2, that is 32. I know there must be slight confusion because this is the first example we have taken. It will become more clearer as we advance further. Let us take one more example. Say under root 2209. Now check the base quantities. 40 square is 1600, 50 square is 2500. Our number 2209 lies between these two. So the square root of this lies between 40 and 50. So the answer starts with 4. Obviously all numbers lying between 40 and 50 start with 4. Now for finding the unit digit, see the unit digit here, 9. 3 square is 9, or 7 square is 49, ending with 9. So our answer is either 43 or 47. And for knowing which one of them, just find the square of the intermediate quantity, 45. 4 5s are 20, followed by 25. Our number 2209 lies between these two, which is the second part. So the answer is 47. I hope that makes things little bit easier. If not, let us have one more example. Suppose now we have to find the square root of say 3481. Now check the base quantities. 50 square is 2500. 60 square is 3600. Our quantity 3481 lies between these two. So the answer lies between 50 and 60. That means it starts with 5. The unit digit is 1. So the answer is either 1 or 9, because 1 square is 1 and 9 square is 81. Now find the intermediate. 55 square, 5 into 6 30, 25. Our number 3481 lies between these two, which is the latter half. So the answer is 59. One more larger example. Say square root of, we have one more bigger example, say 9604. Quickly, 90 square is 8100 and 100 square is 10,000. Quantity lies between these two. So the answer lies between 90 and 100. Starts with 9. It has to be either 2 or 8, because 2 square is 4 and 8 square is 64. Find the intermediate quantity. 9 into 10 is 90, 25. The number 9604 lies in the latter half. So the answer is 98. So you can see that this method is based on the knowledge of two basic concepts of square roots. That is, one, knowing the exact single number which will come in the units place of the desired square root, and knowing how to find the square of any quantity which is ending with 5. So look at these 4 examples 3 or 4 times, practice them once, take some perfect square numbers, try to find their square roots. I am sure in half an hour practice time you can find the square root of any perfect square number up to 10,000. All the best, keep learning, keep enjoying mathematics, share and subscribe if you like the video.